Put your hands together because we've got more comedy coming your way. A very funny young man. You're going to recognize him from Bar Rescue and Sirius Radio, Mr. Max Cohen. Woo!
Hello, thank you. Hello. Thank you. I should just leave on a high note like that. My goodness, it is all downhill from here. I did it. I'm 33 years old. I made it. I'm in my Jesus year. My entire goal is not to piss off too many Jews or Italians. Let's see if we can make it. And if I can make 12 friends along the way, that'd be nice. But really 11. That's what I'm looking for. I'm at the point now, I didn't realize at 33, I'm at the point now where every time I get a haircut, my barber ends with, "Do you want me to take care of those eyebrows for you?" And I never thought my eyebrows were a problem until I thought about it and realized every day my wife wakes up going, "Good morning, sweetie." That's where I'm at. I've been told by a lot of people that I have very nice skin, which is nice. And I do owe that to my wife, because since I've been with her, I learned that moisturizer doesn't just go on my hand. Learned that. As I mentioned, I am married. Anyone else waiting for the sweet release of death? Anyone? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Very good. 4. Great. My wife is Russian, which is terrifying. Yeah, you know why? I've never heard anyone say, "I used to be with a Russian." No. Never heard of it. Being with a Russian is like Game of Thrones. You win or you die. And just like the finale, everyone is disappointed. Which is good. I do feel a little equipped to be married to a Russian because I studied Russian history in college. So I learned a few things that do actually track to real life. Like never fight a Russian during the winter. Don't do it, exactly. If Napoleon can't do it, I don't stand a chance. My wife will just be enjoying a nice cup of borscht and some vodka as I die on a hill. Trying to prove a point. There is no limit to the amount of men Russians will sacrifice to defend themselves. None. The Battle of Stalingrad in World War II, 1 million Russians died for one city. Also when I didn't want to take out the trash. It was a rough day. I learned, don't argue. I told her I didn't want to do the dishes one day, and she just screamed at me, "Not one step backwards!" All right. I guess I'm doing the dishes. When we were shopping for rings, I tried it on, and I went to the associate, and I go, "I like it, but it's a little tight." And the associate just said, "The ring is a shackle, just like marriage." And my wife was just like, "Great, he'll take 2." We eloped in Costa Rica. That's how we got married. Yeah, thank you. It was the second most rebellious thing I could do to my Jewish mother. Yeah, the first most, of course, was loving another woman. That, yes, thank you. It's true. You laugh, she's still not over it. No, she'll never be over it. We're getting to a point in our relationship now where I asked my mom, I was like, did you ever have any pregnancy scares? My mom was like, "Yeah, we did." And I was like, "Well, what happened?" My mom just said, "Your sister." That's it. So that's what I get to hold over my sister forever and ever, which is great. Anyone else have siblings here? Yeah, right? You know, you get to talk to your siblings way differently, which means way meaner than you do anyone else. Right? Every year I get a birthday card from my sister with a little joke that's very funny on the front, and inside is a little inscription that reads, "You probably think this joke is funny, but it's not, because you're not funny. Right? But right, every year I give her a call and my wife is like, "Are you angry at your sister?" And I say, "Why? I just told her that your parents never loved you and never wanted you and you were a mistake." My wife was like, "Yeah, that sounds pretty hostile." And I just said, "No, it's her birthday. It's just what we do. It's good." We adopted a dog recently. Yeah. Well, we needed something else to talk about, so. There's only so many times you can ask someone how their day went. And we passed that many years ago. We adopted a dog because my wife is too old to give birth naturally. So we got a pit bull, which is great. Yeah, and I know it's a pit bull because every time we pass a cop on the street, the cop says, "Hey, that's a beautiful pit bull you got." Well, all right, I guess we have a pit bull. But to get him into our building, they don't allow full pit bulls, so we have to say he's a part pit. He's a pit mix. But he's part pit the way I'm part Jewish. Right? Like, yes, part of me is Jewish. The other part of me, very Jewish. I've led 2 funerals, despite not being a rabbi. They saw this face and they're like, "It'll work." That's why my name is Max Cohen. I am the maximum amount of Cohen. Yeah. Coincidentally, I have more bookings for funerals than comedy shows. So if you need someone to say Kaddish for you, get in line. It's good. I am just very happy not to be single anymore, because being single was the worst. Not least because I had terrible wingmen. Do we know wingmen here? Right? Very simple job. They're your friends, supposed to be your friends, that talk you up to the pretty girl and then distract the friends. All right? But my friends were idiots. They go right up to a girl. "Yeah, Max is great for a guy who cries at the movies." Doesn't help. Also, Toy Story 3 was amazing. Right? That scene where they're holding hands going down the incinerator? Who doesn't lose their mind?
Right.
That's a beautiful moment. I'm not apologizing for that. Same with the first 10 minutes of Up. If you don't cry during the first 10 minutes of Up, you don't have a soul. I'm calling that out. When you have a wingman, you want someone who supports you and wants you to succeed. I'd want my mom. She would be a great wingman. She'd be a wing mom. She'd walk right up to a girl being, "You should really sleep with my boy, Max. He's very funny. Does that whole comedy thing, and if he's anything like his father, has some skills and attributes a lady's looking for, eh? 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 She'd try. If it works, great. And if it doesn't, well, I have a ride home. Well, that's a win-win. I'm very fortunate right now that I know my in-laws like me, which is always a nice place to be. And I can tell you the moment, especially her dad likes me, and I can tell you the moment, sure. I think her dad would like you too. I'll tell you the moment I knew he liked me. I answered a riddle. Yeah, that's it. The first day I met him, I haven't even taken off my shoes, and he just goes, "Let me ask you a question, Max. How do you get elephant into a refrigerator?" And I was like, "Well, you open the door, you put the elephant in, and you close the door." "Very good." Let me ask you another question, Max. How do you get giraffe in refrigerator? I was like, well, you open the door, you take the elephant out, put the giraffe in, and close the door. You know, none of her other boyfriends ever answered that correctly. For that, I will not kill you in your sleep tonight. All right. Guys, I'm Max Cohen. You've been absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. You guys are great. Have a good night.